Warning, the following podcast may contain contents that are not acceptable for children under the age of 18. It involves eating ass. Thank you. Good morning, good evening, good wherever you are, and welcome to Jam Ladies, episode 11. I am your host, Amanda, and I'm here with Laura, Zaq, and Kasper. How are we today?
Hi guys. Hello.
I mean, I'm good. I'm very hungover, but that's normal, I guess. I'm good.
Kasper had a date. That's why.
Casper and
Yeah,
whoever
and
is sitting
was,
in a tree.
it was a good date. We're not gonna name
No.
the person that I was on a date with, but it was a very nice date. But it went on for a while, so I'm super sleepy today.
Yeah, he was messaging me at about 8 a.m., 7 a.m. our time. So, yeah. Good job. I'm very proud of you. High five.
Thank you.
Well, I guess the biggest thing that we should address before we get into anything is that, of course, we haven't recorded an episode since August. We released that episode last week, and thank you for the love, the support for our return. The reason being, we stopped recording because of 2020. It's as simple as that. All four of us have been through ups and downs. We've been through major surgeries, life changes, job losses, jobs being absolutely off their rocker. And just, it didn't seem right to be focusing on the podcast when there was so much going on in our personal lives. We couldn't commit fully to a full repertoire of news and a discussion. So, no, none of us got corona. We're all safe.
Yay.
We hope, yay! We hope that all of you are safe. Some of you may have gotten sick and you may have lost people in your life. And for that, we say we're sorry. But the good news is that the evil has been defeated and America may be getting back to normal. 2021 has given us actor cannibals. What else has it given us so far?
Insurrection.
That was a big one. So the year we're going to have ahead, we don't really know. But the one thing we do know is that Kanjani has definitely 100% committed to coming back full time. So round of applause for that. So 2021.
Yay.
So thank you for tuning in. And yes, every 2 weeks you'll see us here. Kasper has officially become a jam lord. He's not the lord of us, but, you know, that's the proper title for him. It's Bridgerton.
Oh, there you go.
Myself, I had major surgery. We won't go into that because it's very boring. I'm still recovering. I'm doing okay. I have been focusing on hobbies and I've been teleworking and generally ignoring Maru's shoes. Although I was really into the skunk hair. So I know that was a question that was probably going to come up.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time looking at the news of my home country and then a lot of time trying to forget about the news of my home country. My home country is America, so that's probably all I need to say. And I think I mentioned in our last episode that I was getting into crochet, and I'm still into crochet. And I'm also into tarot cards, so that's fun.
I spent the better part of a whole year just like in my tiny little apartment, barely talking to anyone other than over the phone through work. So that was not exactly fun. I started like being that weird guy at the grocery store who like strikes up a conversation that's a little bit too long for it to be acceptable, like with the cashier. So I guess I mean, I had to do that, otherwise I would go insane, I think. But I'm glad that I did not lose my job. I work in a field that actually was booming last year, so that was good. I feel lucky because of that, I guess. Other than that, I don't know. I was bored most of the year because I was just inside. But at least Kanjani 8 is on Instagram and stuff now, so
Yeah.
there was some good news too.
You didn't like strike up a conversation with the automated machines
I
at
mean,
the groceries, did you?
no, but I would like I would purposefully go to the actual register because usually at stores here now they're kind of in like a transition phase between everything being automated and there being like one cashier in a corner where old people can go there because they don't understand the machines. So I was kind of in line with all the old people just to talk to someone. And I know it's like super
Grandpa.
sad.
Zachary.
Well, I think I'm the only one who has been out for the most of the year because of my work. So yeah, everyday battle with not getting sick. Or if I get sick, I'm not allowed to go to work for a period of time. So yeah, I'm just doing the grind.
Have many of your coworkers
Had
gotten sick?
It's just that in my field, if you have sniffles,
Mm.
you cannot go to work
Yeah.
anymore because of the customers. So that's my concern. And I had that episode for a week. That's been a big, like, everybody has just gone crazy because I'm gone because I have colds. That's it. And even if the doctor told me that, oh, you're okay, you don't have the virus, and it's like it's just a common cold, I need to tell my office, and they're just gonna say, no, cannot stay at home, not paid, take your leave credits with you. So that's it. Being exposed to the daily grind of having the Rona around you, but then yeah, it's been a challenging year, but everything is looking fine, a little bit fine now.
Don't
Hopefully.
say that.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, and I'm busy connecting to other fans in my own country for fandom stuff, writing, co-writing fics and so on. But it's nice. It's nice to just I think the fandom right now is more together because a lot of people are at that home and that's the only connection that they have. So there you go.
Happy birthday, Stones.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, 22nd. No, it's not their birthday. Technically, it's not their birthday.
Happy first anniversary, Stones.
Debut anniversary.
Yes.
That's it. Just clarification.
Holy shit, they did a lot in a year.
Oh.
I could not
Yeah.
believe it.
That's it. So, yeah, that's why I've been busy.
Yeah, Zach is Stones. They're so hot right now.
Yes, they're so hot right now.
So, yeah. We still don't know anything about them. Anyway, I'm glad that all of my fam, my urban fam, are safe and sound. So let's head into news, not the group.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's big news! At the top of the news, we have Okara missing from Dream Island. He was sick and they all... Okay, we're kidding. The way that we do this is we have a Google Doc that everyone adds to, and we thought it might be funny just to lead off the news with the topics that were originally going to be in episode 11, which was, I'm guessing, end of August. So the top of the news was actually Johnny's Dream Island. Why no archive of it? Don't worry, people worked it out. Okra was missing because he had a virus. That was foretelling. It has begun. Kay of Heisei Jump had corona, and as of now, everyone is negative.
Oh, that's
Yamapi and Kame were out drinking with minors. And Johnny's swept it under the rug. That's hilarious because now Yamapi isn't a Johnny's. Relive is dropping this week, guys.
Wow.
Wow. I've made a cross stitch since then. the logo, Jesus. With more than 7 hours of footage, it's now Road to Relive and LOL JCD. What does that mean? Oh, I don't know. We've had Johnny's countdown, so whatever. Okra has a winter drama.
It's now
It's now currently airing.
It's airing.
And Yasu will have a photo book out detailing his sickness. That'll be out on September 24th. We all have it now. So
And it's beautiful,
It
and
is
we're so
beautiful.
proud of him.
It is. So at the top of the actual news, everyone in Kanchani had corona.
everyone, right?
Surprised.
No.
Just two.
Just two. So Mr. Okara and Mr. Yokoyama did have corona. Okara was September?
Yes.
And Yoko has just come back to activities. So
He looks so sick, and he needs to eat a lot more and get better, please.
So that was a bit scary. But my favorite aspect, I get to talk about this
I
finally,
was waiting.
was even though they were all together, only Maru had to quarantine when Okra had corona. So
Close contact.
I shan't tin hat right now. Whereas Yoko was with literally all
Everyone
of
in
them.
Johnny's.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't understand how.
He just got too cold from JCD.
He
Maybe.
did. He looked like he was freezing the whole time, but
Maybe he's on the verge of having the corona that time already, because it was 2 days after that he was diagnosed with it. That's why he was freezing.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he has
He-
the virus at that time, if ever.
But if that's the case, then why didn't the rest of them have to quarantine? Because they were like very close to one
They were
another.
huddled. They were huddled in one tent with one stove in the middle. So-
Yeah, they were. That was cute. I mean, Mara's learning the drums, so I'm guessing.
That's why they're close.
Yeah,
Close
that's
contact.
probably why.
Picturing like a ghost situation.
Oh my love, but with the drum kit.
No, that Casper.
That's like kind of chaotic, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not a sitting still activity.
Anyway, tin hat theories aside, the other good news.
Is it good news?
No, Corona is Corona a good news? The best news, the gift we were given this year in 2021 is that our boys grew up and they got an Instagram. Yeah.
Woohoo! Well, they have a Twitter last year, but then
Yeah.
But
but then Instagram is a bigger thing.
Totally.
I
They
think that
don't
they-
really know how to use it yet. Looks like. Didn't they have their like DMs open for a really long time?
They still do.
They still do. They DM them.
So I haven't got the guts like I did Yamapi.
Wait.
yeah, we did DM Yamapi,
No,
but
we emailed Yamapi.
oh, that's true. We did.
No, I did both.
but he didn't reply.
Yamapi, why haven't you come on Sham Ladies?
Yamapi, Nishiki, Subaru, Jin. Please, come on.
You're all welcome.
Yeah.
Just be ready.
I really like the Instagram, and I think they really like it. I think they're all pretty internet savvy. They've probably had Finsters for years. You know, obviously they found Okras several years ago,
Yeah, I
but
remember that. Oh my
yeah.
God, remember that.
where
It
he's
was just full of
smoking
pictures
and-
of Yasu's dog,
and
right?
Yasu's dog. But I think it's really cute. I really like Maru's sad day jaunts to show us his sign, you know, that kind of thing. So it's been pretty cute. And the big fuck you of doing Furimuku as a band song, that was Piste de Resistance.
I don't know. I guess I just like whenever they let them just take pictures of whatever they want to, because there's a lot of like promotional stuff. I guess that's very like, okay, cool, new song or whatever. That's fun. But the best ones are definitely, like Yasu's picture with his dog or whatever. I wish there'd be like more of that kind of content.
Just like, Cleepy.
Yeah, like Sleepy.
Cleepy.
We're still, if anyone knows what Cleepy means,
Let's Google it. Wait. It's in Google.
I mean, I'm guessing that it means creepy, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
but there's
Can't confirm.
supposed to be
Where
something.
did it come from? Like,
Yeah.
because
His
it was a
brain.
GIF.
No, I'm just weirded out. Is it clean or creepy?
We'll never know. Maru,
The world may never know.
Can you come on, Jam Ladies? No, never come into my
Okay,
head.
so there's an Instagram account called Cleepy. I'm not sure what's.
I'm just looking at Zach's iPad. The Instagram account called Cleepy has one post, and it is a
Cute thing.
teacup pig looking up at the camera. And they have 7 followers and are following 10 people.
Well, it's gotta be the one that he's referencing then, right?
Yeah, definitely. They've also, Maru wore a turtleneck. It's fine. I'm fine.
And we learned a new word for turtleneck.
What's
We
the new word
did.
for turtleneck?
What? Tokkuri?
Tokkuri.
It's like the word for turtleneck or like a long, slender sake bottle. And it's also an adverb, which I think was where the pun was. But yes, I didn't know, but there's a Japanese word for turtleneck. Tokkuri.
Long, skinny sake bottle. That's like Yoko's body shape.
Shay.
Well, there is actually a headline here called Yoko's Tight Pants and Chains.
Yeah, what's that about, Laura?
Somebody fall.
You have to fill me in.
Laura dropped the microphone.
What's happening here? Because
It's
why?
Well, I guess it was kind of like they have a stylist who's responsible for like making sure that their clothes fit, right? You'd think.
Mm.
No, I mean if he's thinner now, he can fit better on those pants. So what do you think?
I think he's got very narrow hips, so everything just looks
Yep.
bulgy. Like,
Bulge.
I just covered my mouth like an old lady. Like,
Look at the face of
ooh.
Laura. If everybody can see Laura's face right now, it's gonna be like,
But they also put him in. You remember that was also last year where they put him in like a suit that was like all the way through, just too tight. He kind of looked like a 10-year-old at like a wedding, or maybe inherited a suit from their older cousin or something, and he was just like kind of like this in the suit.
Maybe that's just
Remember
his,
that?
Do you remember
his
those guys?
aesthetic.
No,
It's
he-
a general aesthetic.
Like,
okay. Read, Laura, read.
Zen.
Take your time.
no,
Select
he's
your words.
like, he has been wearing very tight clothing for a while. You know, we don't need to go back to skinny. And yeah, we don't need to go back. And, you know, frankly, I just think that it's morally wrong and he needs to be stopped.
Oh no, Yoko.
No, we
Also,
were
it could
like,
not be comfortable.
Oh, no, he looks pretty comfortable.
Oh, wait. I'm just gonna say, all of his clothes, even if they're skinny, even
Yes.
those chains might be a designer thing, like hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands
yeah.
of dollars.
yes, we
This is-
recently had Yoko being called out for wearing all designer clothing, which I think is hilarious.
High-end desired.
So let's have a pause for the Johnnies we lost in 2020.
I will remember you.
You will remember. Oh, who gives a shit? It's just like an Arashi and fucking
Also,
Yamapi and
like,
Tago.
Taken out of context and like, we just talked about Corona, so people. Someone actually
Oh
died.
my god, I forgot about
Wait.
that.
Yeah, I absolutely thought you were about to talk about someone had died and I'd forgotten about
I
it.
was like, well, okay, and we're gonna.
All right,
just sing it.
Yes, we did lose a lot of Johnnies in 2020, including Yamapi, no one cares. Tego, people care. Arashi, lots of people obviously care. And we kind of have half lost Nagase. We're not really sure where he's
Well, Arashi's not yet lost inside the company. They're just, No, Ono is resting. The rest are just
they seem to be all over the fucking place. I know.
Well, they're
yeah.
waiting for these cancelled Olympics to go ahead.
Yeah. But then most of them have their own shit going on. Like Aiba has his own show, Shaw has his own show. June, I don't know what he's doing right now. And Nino, what's
Nino's
happening?
having a baby.
Yay! Nino's having a baby.
Not actually Nino. It's not like Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. Like
Yeah.
it's not that situation. But Nino's wife that we forgot existed is having a baby. So congratulations to them.
Yeah.
Arashi baby.
Apparently, by 2023, if you are a junior and you are over 22 years old, you get your pink papers.
Well, yeah, technically.
Oh, what?
Well, yeah, they just released that information like 2 weeks ago. That Johnny's is announcing that if you turn 20 or you're over 22 by March 31, 2023, and you don't have any agreement to debut or any ongoing projects with Johnny's that is very height or big deal or big ticket, then you will have a sit down conversation with them saying that what's your plan. The reason for Johnny saying that is they say, and I quote, saying that 22 is the crossroads of life and it's helping its trainees to figure out what direction they want to take in the future. Sometimes trainees get comfortable in their position as a trainee due to the company's great environment instead of growing out of that role.
How K-pop?
Right, because I was gonna say, like, let's talk about why we think that they've made this decision, and I'll start. I think that, like, before K-pop, I guess, then Johnny's, like, for the juniors who signed up, it was kind of like YMCA kind of thing, right? Where it was like a extracurricular
Dorms.
thing. So, like, if you're about to go do crime, then please don't do that. Just go here instead and dance and shit. I don't know. That was kind of it, right?
Uh-huh.
And so, I mean, that didn't exactly. I mean, some of them turned out to be like really good at dancing or singing or both, and they debuted. But most of them probably were not and would never be really good. But they were still accepted into the program because it was kind of like not a charity thing, but you know what I mean. It was kind of like, just something fun to do, and if you're good at it, then that's great, and maybe you will be famous. But maybe now after seeing like the idol factories or whatever in Korea, that they're thinking a little bit like thinking about it in more of a business type of sense, I guess, the whole thing. So now they're like, we only want to use our resources on people who are actually, likely to make us any money. That's just my thoughts. What do you guys think?
I think a lot of it has come from Tacky, who was literally in the dorms. Like he's been there so long that he was in the dorms and was crammed into rooms and pranked by Nagase and whatever else happened. So I think it's one of his sort of things that he's pushed forward, and I think it's kind of smart because looking at the juniors and flipping through the TV papers and stuff that we get here, there's just too many of them, and they're not going to debut, and they're going to be stuck in a situation like with Kiss My and ABCZ, where ABCZ was supposed to debut, and then at the last minute they announced Kiss My was debuting, and so Totsu went off and shaved his head, and they hated Johnny's for a while. So I think it's just they're trying to keep the ball rolling with what they have, and they've found some sort of magic formula with the kids, like the ones in Stones and Snowman and King Pri and stuff like that. And A Group too. Like A Group is very diverse, not just because of Richard, but in terms of their personalities and stuff like that. So I think it's what Kasper said, it is a bit of a charity. It's where kids, mums give, the old story. I'll give you $50 if you go and join
Audition for
Johnny's.
Johnny's.
Audition for Johnny's. So I think it's definitely a tacky move to, not tacky as in Dasai, but it's so tacky just to chuck them out. No, like tacky as in human being.
Takizawa.
Yeah, and I definitely think it's him making that decision because
it was
he's
a very
seen it.
nice way to put it, the way that, or I mean, what you just read, Zach, from the official statement or whatever. And I imagine they had to find a way. I mean, if this wasn't in Japan, they probably would have just been like, "Sorry, that those are the new rules." But I
Bye,
mean,
bitch.
at least they framed it in a way that was more like, "Oh, we're doing this also for their own good," I guess. Like the stuff about, if you're 22 and you still have no idea
What you're doing.
Probably time to go to college.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, like they just look at the people who left. Like Subaru, for example, he was trapped at what 22 he got skull charm. So maybe Tacky went, oh, we don't need people getting tattoos.
This might be fucking some kids up.
Yeah.
And also 22 is like the time you graduate for university, right? You're going to be graduating in university. So technically it's a graduation for their quote unquote vocational thing. And also I think for me, you know, and we're gonna talk about him later anyways. But then you know what they say, that Johnny has this magical, when he sees somebody as a junior,
Yeah, he has a sense
that this person will make a good entertainer. And with him not there anymore, they're just gonna get cute kids that they don't have the magic sense of Johnny to think if this cute kid is worth the training or not. So maybe that's also a part of it, that they have this rule because they don't have this person already who will never know what sense he has for those kids, because those he picked personally are those who's really there right now. Even the younger kids. So
I think in the long run, it's going to be a good thing. Sitting them down.
By the time that you're 22, I guess it would be kind of visible if you were, gonna be attractive,
Yeah.
or good at singing or dancing, or any combination.
Also,
if you're not at 22, then it's kind of like, okay,
I also think
maybe it's not for you.
maybe this is my grandma talking, but the legal drinking age in Australia is 18, and here it is 20. But I know by the time I was 20, I knew whether or not I was a nightclubbing, drinky, druggy person. So maybe there's also that aspect in it as well. Like they're trying to vet who looks more likely to go down those paths. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
your frontal lobe finishes developing at like 25, right? So they're getting to, relative biologically like brain maturity at that point, so they can make a decision about, what kind of person they want to be or whatever. But I don't know. I think it's probably a combination of like what Kasper said and what Amanda said. Like half, we don't want to invest a bunch of our business in kids who are like 25 and, suck at being Johnnies. And also probably like we don't want kids who are 25 wasting their lives sucking at being Johnnies. Like the way that, obviously the way that we had written it in the doc was like, you're going to get kicked out of Johnny's if you're, still a junior at 22. But it's more like, we're going to have a sit down and be like, are you sure this is, do you want to keep doing this or whatever? So I think it's more, if it's more of like a discussion, that's probably.
Do any of you know how old the oldest juniors are right now?
okay, there's
Probably.
around 27. There are some who are around 27, same age as Stones and Snowman. So, and they're still waiting. I mean, they have a big clout or they have the following already.
Are they in groups?
Yeah, it's Travis Japan.
Uh-huh.
They have a following, but then I'm not sure. I mean, with them having that fan base, I think they're set. They're okay. They're not gonna be the one who's gonna have the sit down, since most of them are already past the 22 mark at 2023. But then for those younger ones, there's a lot of new subunits right now that going to the 20 age era. So let's see. They've been they I mean with Tacky be handling juniors, they have a lot of opportunities because juniors are the ones who started with the social media and Johnny's anyways.
Yeah. And
So
they're so popular right now. Not as hot as Stones.
no, but it's not that
Stones-
hot.
Stones are so hot right
They're so hot right now.
What do you call that? Yeah. So there are some juniors because you will still see people who doesn't have a group that they're just still back dancing, especially sadly for Kansai juniors that they are not because they don't have the enough exposure just like Tokyo juniors. So those people, sadly, if they have for the fans of those people who are in the background, it's gonna be a little bit time us up.
The cat's crying.
Oh, we're being screamed at.
Okara has a lazy eye.
What? Is it there?
Instagram revelations.
I was so excited because I have a lazy eye because I'm legally blind. And I was so excited that I wore green and that this sounds really sad. I don't like okra.
Really.
Anyway, Kanjani 8 has a new single. I can't remember what it's called, but they are adults.
The world
now.
I want to see with
I
you.
don't know.
Something.
It's a crappy ballad.
Kimi to mitai sekai.
The B side sounds like a bit of a banger, a bit of a Maru banger, just quietly, but I don't think he wrote it. And we are going to be getting chocolate ASMR, which I'm terrified of.
Chocolate. It's cake.
No,
it's
no.
chocolate.
They're
It's
making,
they're
a,
making
cake,
a cake.
and then separately they are recording. Oh my god. They're recording chocolate ASMR, which appears to be directed by Hina also. Are you going to do some chocolate ASMR right now, Amanda?
I've got some. I'm opening the packet. I have really long nails, so it's very hard. I hate food sounds. Oh, gross! I can't. Yuck. I'm so sorry, everyone.
that was
But
horrible.
sorry, I've triggered everyone. Anyway, so they'll also the freebies if you get all the special editions because there's 3 and we have to buy 3 and 3 and blah blah blah. We're getting a chocolate mold because it's Valentine's Day, and we're actually getting masks, which is actually pretty cool.
Obviously, my theory about Road to Relive is that it is like a secret plan to get all of the aiders vaccinated first.
Genius.
So, like, we'll have priority and we'll be vaccinated, and then we'll be able to have concerts and,
Right.
There we go. That's the road to real life.
But in the film clip, they have girlfriends, which is exciting, I guess. I guess they're adults
hate-
now. Yeah.
And the bed.
Oh, yeah. Yoko gets laid. Maru drives a car.
Maru does drive a car.
It's all
I just
adult
hate
things
those,
that
like,
they were doing.
we're going to film the back of this girl's head and you're supposed to pretend that it's you. Like, it just makes me feel so embarrassed.
Oh, you think that's what that was? Like, speaking as a guy, maybe I don't see those things
Yeah.
or realize that that's the thing
That's
that
what
they're
you-
doing.
Yeah.
That's why you never see girls' faces.
I
And
was
that's
thinking it was
why
like if they did show their face, then the fans would be upset, kind of. But
They're
maybe
gonna
that's
keep
just
Yeah.
me
killing
Yeah.
the girls,
seeing
but
it.
then no.
it's a really good example is An, the sex issue. It's
Of
always
Yoko.
with a foreign girl.
That's
Yoko
right.
Yoko
Yeah.
has a foreign girl.
Yeah, he has a foreign girl.
I can't remember.
Except for Okras, who's
I
just him and
literally
his
can't
pubes.
remember what the girl looks like in his Anan at all.
Fucked up in a whole different way than I was thinking that it was.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah.
other layers to it. Actually, I've
And
not heard it
Katon,
Katon!
Katon. After 3 years, Katon
Just say kun.
Kun.
Because there's no T already, just kun.
It's Kun.
After 3 years,
Kame.
Kame, Ueda,
And Nakamai.
and Nakamaru are
Kame and
releasing
friends.
a new single called Raw, and Ueda still thinks that it's 2007. So everything's fine on that front.
He is the weirdest person probably in all of Johnny's.
Yes.
I think.
But then you know what? Ueda's mood is just, the best. Like if you see him
He is, yeah.
in the countdown, him in Johnny's medley, you'll see like his face like, oh, fuck this. Something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you will still adore what he's doing. It's like, I'm not gonna fucking dance this kid's song, or I'm not gonna be so genki. I'm just gonna be me, and it's nice.
Fuck
But-
off, there's a sale at Chrome Heart. Yeah. Now we're going to have a little bit of a corner. Reviews with the Jam Ladies. Zach apparently decided that it was a good idea to buy a pair of NA earphones. Why did you do that?
Okay, so in my defense, and I need to defend this fucking decision. First things first, it's my headphones, the one with the jack, is like missing. I've been buying different kinds of headphones, and they're all shitty, and I just think that it's time for me to get wireless Bluetooth headphones. Then Nishiki slash Akanishi just decided to come up with their headphones. So it's like, okay, fine. This is Nishiki. So yeah. So I ended up buying it. There's the box and there's a picture of them, and I
How
always
much?
it's Ichimal. Yeah, it's not that cheap but not that expensive when it comes to Bluetooth headphones, because more other Bluetooth headphones are up there. But the quality is good. The reviews are quite okay also. So it's not a bad item itself, but as a fan thing, I just need to cover Jean's face. Yeah.
But there's an extra feature that you need to tell the audience about.
Okay, so there's an app that you can actually install in your phone that changes the connecting or paired words into their voices. You have an option to make it a Nishiki voice or a Nakanishi voice or a mixture of two. So go figure what I chose. It's quite weird that I just hear his voice every time. Power on. Power off. Ambient mic on. Something like that.
Ambient mic on.
I don't know. It's just shh on your ear.
This feature is like they literally only put that there so that people like you, Zach, would buy those headphones.
Yeah. But then the thing is, it's like,
Fam.
yeah. And it's like, I got fooled by them also, because then when you buy the headphones, you say that you're qualified, or you have a warranty for a period of time that you can replace if you lose one of the headphones, because they're a pair, so it's more prone to being lost. So if you lose one, you can just email or register and then email them about the item, and they'll replace it without any fees or something like that. So me being a picky person, and it's just I just don't know why it happened. And I dropped one of the pods, and one part of it, it's not really an essential part, just one of the cover designs just fell off. So it just shows how poorly made maybe it is. So I decided that okay.
My shock.
So, but then I said, okay, I'll try to get the replacement. And then I told them that one of the earpods were, or one of the buds were lost. And then they emailed me saying that first things first, are you in Japan? And it's like, I fucking gave you my Japanese address in full kanji and Japanese. I even wrote the email in kanji. And you're going to ask me, are you in Japan? What the fuck? And then the next email is it. And then the next email is said, oh yeah, okay, so if you still want to avail of the replacement, you can just send us a payment of 6,000 yen and we'll send you a replacement. It's like, what the fuck? This is an Ichiman earphones and you're gonna ask me more than half of it?
There's no warranty on them or anything.
No, I mean, they
That's
said
the
there is a
warranty.
warranty, but
You gotta
then
pay.
you need to pay like more than half of it. So what I ended up is I just bedazzled it so that just put some I just put some
Work.
no, I just put some stones on it. It's fine.
Stones, they're so hot right now.
There you go.
Um,
That's the end of my story.
Thanks, Zach, for that review. And now let's move on to the more R-rated side of things and Casper's thoughts on cheese, not the food.
God, we're going there.
Well, we are
Sorry.
talking about Okra's film A Cornered Rat Dreams of Cheese, which was released on Amazon Prime Video as of last month and will be on DVD and Blu-ray as of February.
First of all, I was super surprised that the movie was actually any good at all. I was kind of expecting it to just be horrible. No offense to Okra or anyone else, but whenever an idol is in a movie and the idol is not Nino, I'm kind of like, okay, this movie might not be all that good. So I was, first of all, just very impressed by his performance, and that's like not just like his performance, but the whole movie, I guess, and everybody did a good job in it. And I feel like it was, to use a fitting phrase, it was not as cheesy. I thought it was like, I don't know, it was good in the sense that the performances were good, but also that like thematically it was, I guess, I wouldn't maybe call it like realistic, but as someone who could relate a lot to, I think the character's name was Imagasa in the movie, to his like experience trying to date a closeted guy or someone who's not comfortable with their sexuality or whatever. That part was very realistic.
I was very impressed with how far that they actually took it, especially someone who is a prominent idol and the heir to a very successful business. He really did put himself out there. So, yeah, ass eating.
Actually, I'm the only one who was able to watch it in the theaters.
Yeah, we were gonna go, but I was recovering from surgery.
So yeah, just if you were there in the theater as a fan,
I feel like I just would have been like, oh my.
No, oh my God, I remember.
yeah,
I left work early and I went to see Brokeback Mountain during the day. And so the people who go to the cinema during the day are like your grandma and your grandpa, right?
yeah,
And I'm watching Brokeback Mountain and I wasn't fully prepared because I was quite young when that film came out. So I didn't really know the logistics of sex between men, pretty much. And so the scene where he spits on his hand, I don't need to say any more, do I? I remember I wasn't wearing pearls, but I automatically went, oh my. Oh
I
my.
mean, like,
Like I was
Is that
clutching my pearls. But there's all these grandmas with like their husbands just sitting there going, Ang Lee, and I'm the one that's scandalized.
did
He
just
spat
like
on his hand
well
and
would
just
they
went
want
to
him to not?
town.
Can you imagine like without that?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
would you rather he didn't, Amanda?
They're cowboys. Don't they have like ghee or
The
something
thing is,
hanging around?
they make do. They're on a mountain in a tent. Whatever.
Some
What
coffee
else?
grounds.
Coffee grounds. Do you know how will they will be chased after that? My God.
Not coffee ground.
I don't know. Like don't cowboys have like coffee butter?
No,
Isn't that a thing?
they were in the middle of the mountain without anything. That's why they're making do with each other.
And it's like in that movie, the whole point is that they've like been building up this like attraction to each other, and they're like all of a sudden like, you know what? Let's just do this. Do you think that?
I mean,
They
okay.
came
They were
prepared.
Okay,
like,
okay. It
All right,
was
bro. Just like wait. I have to go out and get the coffee, and then I'll be back in like 5 minutes or whatever.
Coffee
think-
butter.
That would have like translated well onto the screen. It's like a culmination of they're like pining for each other.
And then they need coffee butter with it.
Yeah.
no like horses. Don't they need to like
No,
grease horses?
But I think, Amanda, I think that the thing is that it was a situation where, like,
You're in the heat of the moment.
it was the heat of the moment. And, like, if, you know, like, they're so...
No, I get
you know.
that. I get that. It
So,
was
like, if
very-
they had stopped to go find their coffee grounds or horse butter or...
Everyone out there, I am sexually active and know what lube is, okay? I know it's not coffee grounds. But I understand, like, now I've said... Jesus Christ. I...
Amanda just an information. At least Narita prepped him.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about what do cowboys have? Horses? I don't know.
horse butter.
or what? Yeah, horse shit or something.
Oh, no!
I'm done. I'm done. I'm tapping out. I'm sorry. I'm done. Anyway, did you enjoy it?
I liked the movie. I was also surprised that there was that much like actual sex in the movie. I was like, whoa, okay. Because I remember like halfway through the movie, most of the sex scenes are between Okra and like the women that he's like cheating on his wife with, basically, his girlfriend. So I was like, okay, it's gonna be one of those movies where it's about a gay relationship, but you never actually get to see it because it's like, oh no, we can't show that. There's plenty of those movies
Then hold my beer.
there. So when it iron,
They switch, which is nice.
which is
Which is normal.
which is like the way that it normally is. So, I mean, some relationships obviously, or some people are like 100% comfortable in like one of the positions, and they're like, this is the only thing that I like. But in my own experience and with the other guys that I know that are with other guys, it's much more common that it's not like set in stone the way that I know that it's tended to be portrayed like in the gay media about guys written for girls.
Yeah.
Usually
Yeah.
it
BL
seems to
is
be
like
like
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right? So the fact that it was not like that was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Because it made it feel like, okay, this movie's not made for Okura's fangirls, but actually is made for actual gay people.
I don't know. I have like 3 things to say. One of them is, yes, Okara is the woke king of Kanjani, I think. Like, I remember when they had that Chronicle segment where they would sit at a table and they had all the ladies around them in the windows just staring at them angrily, and they would talk about things. And I remember, like, there was one that was like, oh, a survey of, you know, things that, like romantic situations in the office with your, male supervisor or whatever. And they're going down the list and Okra is like, no, that's sexual harassment. No, that's sexual harassment. Women don't want you to do that. Like, no, that's not appropriate. And I was just like, yes, good boy. But no, what I was actually thinking while we were talking about the movie was, I think it was quite interesting that I didn't feel like a really big deal was made out of the fact that like Okra was doing this movie with like not only like a lot of sex scenes, but like sex scenes with men too, like or with man. Cuz like I don't know, I feel like that shows a bit of like yeah, sort of like things have come a bit since I don't know. I remember Miyake Ken from V6 did a play called Lovely Baby, which was very, very weird. But there's a scene in it where he has quite a like full on makeout scene with another male actor in the play. And it was like huge news, like it was in the newspapers and whatever. And it was like, whoa. And I feel like the way that Cheese was promoted, like, didn't really go into that, like, oh my goodness, what a crazy thing this is that this is happening. So I think that's good, and I'm glad about that.
And I think if you see the magazine covers that they have or the magazine features that they have, it's not over sexualized or something like that, or it's not presented as this is a gay film or something like that.
Yeah.
It's more of to just we are the leads of this movie. And it's good that even in the public, how they presented it in the public is not really based on like this is just a movie for a certain demographic or something like that, but it's a movie for all.
It's doing a lot of international circuits
Yeah.
as well, and there's a lot of positive reviews about it. And there is a sequel. There's actually a manga sequel, so whether we'll get the film remains to be seen. Spoilers, it has a happy ending. Gays don't get to have a happy ending, so we probably
Yeah, we
won't.
probably won't get the sequel.
Kill your gays, etc., etc. All right, so now it's time for our regular segment, Rolling Coaster Radio, where you get to tell us exactly what you love about Johnny's. We have a submission from Jay, who is Shuko-chan on Twitter. If you'd like to follow her, we'll put her link below. And Kasper, would you like to take it away?
So Jay says, "Hi, I'm Jay. I've been listening to Tokyo since I was a kid. So this song, as one, I'm sure this was written for Tokyo themselves rather than for the listener. But I somehow find myself relating to it. Somehow there's that feeling of constantly searching for a place to head towards. This song makes me feel like it's okay, that is what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, that I don't need to have it all mapped out in front of me right now. And it also feels like a somewhat gentle reminder to let loose everything that I'm stubbornly holding on to. Like Tatsuya, but I digress. Perhaps the journey will strip away everything that is expendable, and maybe only then can my soul be truly free to search for where it wants to go. This song doesn't hold my hand, and it doesn't irresponsibly tell me that everything will be okay, but it tells me that I can hope for a tomorrow to come, and just maybe that tomorrow will bring something better than today. I like how the lyrics just work, and I guess the roughish feel of the song, rather than the usual poetic, pretty imagery kind of lyrics. It's that. Like departing from a deserted island or something. Also, I will never say no to good rips. And well, I was, or maybe still am, heavily biased towards that dipshit redacted name who wrote these lyrics. He can read into my inner thoughts, I think. I purposely did not consider this song's togetherness concept, even though the title is literally as one. It is Tokyo specific, I think. Cue other Tokyo related feelings at 5 souls in one body, yeah.
やがて話し続ける話し続けるお前のここに届くなら魂揺さぶる進めエクスペンダブルただそれが明日へつなぐ
The song, it was written by Gusan, so that was probably rough for her
Redacted
to do.
name.
But
Yeah.
that's Tatsuya, in case you're wondering. Thank you so much, Jade. That was really beautifully written. Like, it was really eloquent and it had such a feeling to it. And it was really... I'm just full of emotions. Because I love Tokyo too, obviously. But I guess I never thought of the song, but it's perfect for what we've just come out of from 2020.
That's the kind of thing that we're looking for in our quest for submissions for Rolling Coaster Radio. Please tell us all your feels.
Yes, the Google Doc will always be linked. The next 4 episodes, however, will be us. We're going to be stepping up to the plate. Well, not Kasper, because he's already done his, so none for you. None for you, Kasper. But, yeah, unless anyone else has anything to say, I think we have covered it all.
Stay safe, guys.
Yes, please wear your masks. Please listen
Wash
to...
your hands.
Wash your hands, as they
And
say.
turn on notification for Kanjani8 Instagram. You'll be
Yes.
shocked.
As always, please make sure that you follow us on iTunes, Spotify, and Twitter. We are the same name on all of those. And if you can give us 5 stars on iTunes. I am really out of the habit of doing this, guys. If you give us 5 stars on iTunes, it brings us to the top of the rankings. And we can have ex-Johnnies come on the show.
Yeah.
No guarantees.
You're all No. I was going to say you're all welcome, but no, Tagoshi's not welcome.
All right. As always, we have been the Jam Ladies, and thank you for listening. And so let's do it. Kanjani Ito.
What time? Jam lady.